Hello, hello. Y'all, I am a little heartbroken, but maybe not as much as you think I may be. So today we have the Trick or Treat collection from Glamlite. This collection, I believe, came out possibly last year around Halloween. And I, at that point, had never seen the film. I finally saw the film for the first time, literally like last week, like just a week ago or so. And it was just a really fun Halloween film. And I was so excited, I've been so excited to finally try out the pieces of the collection that I have. Because in my mind, I'm like, this is the ultimate Halloween collection. This is directly associated with Halloween, with the Halloween season, with fall colors. It's not, it's not beating around the bush. It is a Halloween palette. It was a Halloween launch. It has Halloween colors. And I was so excited to finally try this out. I had built this collection up in my mind, and it honestly did not fully meet my expectations, but we'll talk about that. So I have 3 pieces of the collection. There were 6 pieces. There was a handheld mirror that was in the shape of the lollipop that he bites. I didn't feel like I need a handheld mirror. I feel like there's a handheld mirror in every one of these collections now. Personally, I already have like maybe 3 or 4 handheld mirrors, and I did not feel like I needed another one from this one. They also came out with a pumpkin candle. I had bought the cherry candle from the Camp Crystal Lake collection, and I was really excited for it. I had only gotten the candle and the lashes from that collection. That was all I was excited for. And I got my candle, and well, there's a short about it. The box was just completely just torn up, fallen apart. The candle came out of the actual glass cup. It was just not very well made, and you could tell from the wax that the product was a very cheap candle that they were trying to sell me for. It was like $12 or $15 or something. So I skipped out on this candle as well. I'm like, we're not doing that. This collection also came out with a duo blush. I'm sure the blush is fine, but the colors weren't really something I was interested in. And like I said, I love Halloween, but I hadn't seen this film yet, so I didn't really have any absolute love for this, for this licensing of this film. So I have a lot of blushes, and not to say like I won't buy more blushes eventually, but I didn't feel like I needed it. So the products that I did get was I got the body butter, I got the actual palette, and I got the lip set. So I think we'll just slowly start off from one to these other ones, but let's start off with the products that I do have. So I think if anything, the only item that hasn't let me down of the ones that I bought not today, but of the items I have today, is the Trick or Treat body butter. This is I think the first time they had come out with a body butter. No, they have a Twinkie body butter, and they have a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, well, I guess a Wonka body butter as well. This is one of them. This is supposed to be in the scent of pumpkin. Let's go to the website. Let's see what they say, because I want to know. Let's see, the Trick or Treat bundle. So I'm on the website. There's no information. There is a list of ingredients, and that is it. There's no description. There's nothing. It literally just says Trick or Treat Glamlite body butter. So thankfully for you guys, you have me to be able to describe this. This is in a nice thick plastic, so this is not glass. You can see the color through the clear plastic. That's the shade of the color. It is, I would say, a really nice thick product. You can see here on top, it comes with this spoon. Just removing the top, I can already smell the product, but you can see that it comes with this spoon that you can grab in here and pull out. I don't need it. I don't use it. I'm using only this body butter for myself, so I have no problem just going in there and dipping in the product. The product is very thick and very whipped. You can see here, like, it is very thick. It smells really nice. It smells, where can I do this? Throw my other arm. It smells like vanilla pumpkin. A vanilla pumpkin with a little bit of cinnamon scent. Yeah, it smells really good. It's definitely a fall scent. Like I said, vanilla, pumpkin, cinnamon, that's what I'm getting from this. It does leave my hands feeling nice and soft. It doesn't particularly feel greasy, but it doesn't particularly feel like fully water-based. But it doesn't leave your hands feeling like sticky or greasy, I would say. I didn't have any burning or anything weird or strange, it's a pretty good typical body butter. I honestly think I might want to buy another one. just because I really love this scent. If you told me, oh girl, you know what this smells like? Hold on. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these before, but Tootsie Roll has a Harvest Chews collection, and in here they have sweet cinnamon, caramel apple, candy corn, and pumpkin spice. This smells like the way that the pumpkin spice Tootsie Roll tastes like. Like, that is incredibly specific, but if you wanted to know what this smells like, this smells like what the pumpkin spice Tootsie Roll tastes like. That's so funny, but I really like these. I bought a bag of these last fall, and I really liked them. I don't know, I guess I'm just becoming an old person. I don't mind Tootsie Rolls. These are really nice, but this one I absolutely recommend. If there's a sale anytime coming up soon, you might want to grab some of these body butters, because the Glamlite body butters, I feel like have turned out to be like really nice. I think I would like them to maybe forego the the mirrors. I don't feel like every collection needs a mirror, but it would be nice to maybe have, you know, some body butter. This is some nice body butter. So it's a yes for me. I would say this is actually my favorite product of the 3 that I got it. Alright, so now we have the lip collection. This is the Cuts to What You Crave, the Caramel Peanuts Nougat Hollie-Ho 3-piece lip kit, and it comes in this little bag right here, and you can see the little character Sam right here. If you haven't seen the film, he has a chocolate bar with a razor coming out of it, and it's just a really fun, it kind of reminds me of, what's that game called? I think it's like Fallout or something similar. It's kind of giving me, like with the colors, it's kind of giving me those vibes. The information's on the back. Let's see. Inspired by the iconic Hollie-Ho chocolate bars, this 3-piece lip kit includes a velvety smooth lip liner, a sweet satin finish lipstick, and a deliciously glossy lip gloss. Channel Sam's spirit and remember the Halloween rule number 4. Always check your candy. With this lip kit, you'll be ready to trick or treat and stay sweet all night long. So it comes in this bag, and when you pull from this bag is this piece of plastic with all 3 pieces. So this is in the bag. We've pulled it out. I've pre-pulled it out already, and I've been using it, and I've been using it for a while. I still don't fully love it, and it's not the formula. The formula is good. The formula is there. If you have tried Glamlite's lip formulas, you know that it is pretty much almost 100% consistent. I think where I differ is the colors of this. This is too neutral. I feel like it should be either a lot more orange or a lot more dark brown for the palette that you have. This is way too light, way too neutral. It's too safe for a trick-or-treat collection that's supposed to come around Halloween. Come on, y'all. Maybe even like a dark espresso lip liner, maybe some like darker lipstick. I feel like we could have done more. Or at least had a more orangey lipstick. I don't know, maybe a more yellow lipstick, thinking outside of the box. I think the lip liner is my favorite. You can see it just says Hollie-Ho. Everyone loves Hollie-Ho. And I've already used it, and I've actually already had to sharpen my tool there. And I like this shade. This is a nice shade. I've learned that based off the color of my lips, I actually have to completely fill in my lips with the lip liner and then apply the lipstick to get that kind of ombre effect. Otherwise, I feel it looks a little crazy and it's too light for my lips. So that's that there. And then we have, this is the lipstick. It says Trick or Treat, Glamlite, and again, we have the Trick or Treat, and then we have this chocolate bar with the razor sticking out, the GL4 Glamlite. It's completely red all the way around. Oh, and his little face is on the top. His little face is right there, and on the bottom, it just says, all rights reserved. Okay. We're gonna open this. Oh, no, this is the lip gloss. Oh my god, this is so confusing. I thought, oopsie, this is the lip gloss. So this is the lip gloss, and it is a very, you can see there, it has some orange color, right? Let me get my light over here. It has some orange color. Hopefully that's not too bright. But once on the lips, it's very light. You can see a slight orange, but not really. It's mostly just for the orange, purple, green kind of effect. And you're supposed to put this over your lip liner and or your lipstick, and you can just wear it by yourself. Wear it by itself, obviously. But what I really wanted to show you guys was the lipstick. Okay, now we're to the lipstick. Trick or Treat lipstick, again, chocolate with a razor. There's his little face, and there's artwork all the way around. Very cool. Nothing in particular on the bottom. And then on the top it says Glamlite. So you got that GL for Glamlite. Let's open this up. Not magnetic, just a normal tube, so it's not magnetic. And here we have the shade. And I do like how it has Trick or Treat stamped all the way around. That's really fun. And this may not look particularly light. On my skin tone, I can promise you that it does. I think, here's what I'm going to say. I think when I swatch it on my hand, it's going to look very orange. Very light pale orange. On my lips, this looks like concealer lip. Like, these are the shades you're going to give us for Halloween? Like, are you serious? We could have done more. We could have done more. And like I said, it has nothing to do with the formula. The formula is as, you know, lovely as it ever is. It's a good formula. I think I'm just let down with the lipstick shade. We could have done something a lot more orange. We could have done something more of a dark espresso brown. We could have even done like a kind of mustard yellow if you want to get a little crazy, a little kooky. You know what? It's Halloween. Why not come out with a nice, you know, they've come out with these kind of translucent black glosses, lip glosses. Why not do a lip liner or a lipstick to match those, either the pH lip oils or the this kind of black translucent lip gloss that they've come out with before. Do you know what I mean? Like, we could have done a lot more. It's fine, it's easy, but this scheme right here could have been part of literally any other collection. That's where it kind of falls flat for me. Like, this could have been anything else. And they could have had way more fun with it, and they didn't. And that sucks. But, you know, it's still a good product. I'm keeping all my products. Like, don't get it twisted, I'm keeping all my products. But they could have done a better job with this collection. Lastly, we have the Trick or Treat 10 color palette. I was so excited. I was so excited. I was so excited to use this right before Halloween. So excited. You guys don't even know. Like, I've been saving this. I've been waiting for this. And I was just assuming that the quality of this... Listen, my favorite Glamlite palettes have been the Scooby-Doo collection that they came out the first time for Halloween. And it was the 10 color palettes as well. There was a purple one and a green palette with 10 colors. And the formula in those are freaking chef's kiss. My other favorite palette was the Garfield palette. I don't care about those IPs. I don't care about those licensings. Like, I don't have a super hardcore, like, fandom love for those characters or those stories or those shows or whatever, you know. But I was interested in the color stories. And I was really excited and hoping that that formula would be in here. Like, I just assumed that that formula would be in here. And it's not. And I'm a little heartbroken over it because it went from, I feel like I'm going to absolutely adore this collection, to, it's all right. So here's the outside. You can see Sam here. We have the pumpkin. We got some blood coming down. I think this is, are these some roses maybe? I think this is, oh, this is the front of the house. This is the front of the house. I think this might be the house that is in the opening scene. Go to the back, and then you'll see ingredients. You can also obviously check out the website. So here's Sam. He's a little Halloween gremlin. And his weapon of choice, which is a lollipop, a very sharp lollipop he has been into. And then we go over here. We've already pulled out the palette. Here is the lenticular motion. It's so cute. It is so fall. You can tell just by looking at this how fall this is going to be. How exciting. On the back you see Trick or Treat 10 color palette. We open her up, and there is a mirror in here. There's a mirror in here. There's some plastic in here. The plastic in here has numbers on it, so they're not named, they're numbered. And the mirror in here has this, he has his face right there. I think it just says, yeah, it says Trick or Treat on the top. And here is the color story. What a beautiful, just simple, like, it's surprising that a brand like Glamlite doesn't come out with a color story that's so fall. Do you know what I mean? I feel like they're very cool toned leaning almost, I feel like, in a lot of their palettes. But this is the palette. I was super excited. And I think that the matte shades in here, I've said this since the beginning of time. Glamlite has an amazing, reliable matte formula. Whatever they're doing with their matte formula, I don't think they need to change. It does very well. I like that the shades in here all completely work. They all absolutely work. My gripe with this palette is the shimmers. I was hoping for some beautiful, intense, wet shimmers that I could pick up on a brush. that was not the case. These shimmers are more on the drier side. Some people may really like that. If I really like that, I think I would have loved this palette and this collection. But I'm not absolutely head over heels over it. I like it. I still do like it. I'm going to keep it. But I wish the shimmers in here were what I was expecting, which was a more wet, super sparkly, super intense formula, and it's pretty and it's alright, and it kind of picked up on a brush, but I found that applying it with the fingers was better and did give me more of the result I was looking for. But I don't really like to have to use my fingers to have to apply it to the level that I want it to be. So, you know, the color story in here is great. I wish the matte formula would be balanced out like perfectly with the level of shimmers that I want, because as of right now I think that the mattes in here are probably better than the shimmers. But let's swatch some of these. I do want to come in with, I think I'm just going to swatch two. I'm going to swatch Trick or Treat down here, which they all have their own little stamp, which is so cool. I really liked this shade, and I think I'm going to swatch Sam as well. I really like that shade. They're just very pretty pigmented shades. Come over here. And I think these two are my favorite shades to use with the looks that I did. And it just created just like a very traditional, just OG orange fall pumpkin look. I don't want to swatch too many of these or all of these because I think you know what you're expecting when you get this from Glamlite. Now for the shimmers, I think I'm going to swatch 3 of the shimmers. I did like the colors. I mean, I like the colors. The color story, I have no problem with the color story. It's just mostly the consistency. But I'm going to swatch this lightest one here. And I think I really liked, it was this one. And I really liked this one. These were my favorite shades, I think. And they're very beautiful. And swatched with my fingers, they look gorge. But on my eye, picked up with a brush, it's not as crazy. But I liked these colors. This is really pretty. Got this brown over here. Ooh, I love that brown. It's like a brown base with a yellow and green reflect. And then we have the lightest shade, which is just this wonderful kind of cooler gold. So hopefully you can see, like, I really love this swatch. This is a good swatch right there. But yeah, I was just hoping for some more intensity. But if you're a person who likes a drier shimmer formula, if you're like a person who wants just sparkle, not super intense, not too, you know, transparent or too underwhelming, I feel like that's probably a good level. But I kind of wish they were all more like this with a brush on the eye. That's what I was hoping for. Like I said, I'm completely keeping this entire collection. Of course I'm going to keep my body butter. I'm going to keep working with this. I'm going to keep this lip kit. Probably not ever really to work with this. I just don't think they're really that good of a match. It's too light. I want something crazy and intense and colorful and just a little bit more striking, especially for a Halloween look, a Halloween palette. I feel like this is what this needed. Let me know down below what do you think. Like, do you agree with me? Like, how do you feel about the colors? Have you any pieces from this collection? I'd love reading your comments down below. Happy Halloween. Everyone stay safe. Let's go get some candy.